My name is Michael Simmons. I am sharing this post after what I saw this morning. Please, as unbelievable as what I'm about to describe is. Believe me, I think I'm in danger. Recently, I have been waking up with grazed scratches across my back and chest. I had put this down to a restless sleep or something I had done during the previous day. I have lived alone ever since my wife left me, nobody else in the house. I sometimes hear the odd shuffle or knock at night, but always put this down to the fact my walls are thin and have neighbors either side. 2 days ago I woke up to blood on my pillow and 4 scratches going from my left eye down to my jawline. I was now getting quite concerned, wondering what I did to myself while I slept. This is when I had a thought: I will record myself at night and show it to a doctor to see what was causing my aggressive sleeping. The evening had set in and I set up my old GoPro camera to record my night's sleep. The next morning I woke to no scratches. As I looked up to where I had placed the camera on top of my wardrobe, it was gone. I looked all over my bedroom, even pulling my wardrobe out to see if it fell behind. Nothing. Last night I managed to set up an online live feed with a wireless webcam to my computer so I could record the full night. I woke this morning eager to look at the footage. Again, I had no marks on my body. I forwards through a few hours with nothing but me sleeping. At 3:23 the door handle slowly began to turn, the door crept open and I saw someone crawl inside my room. It looked like a girl. She was maybe 4 foot tall, pale bone-tight skin around her arms and legs. Her clothes ripped, exposing deep wounds that covered the entirety of her body. I shuddered. Every hair was now standing on end, as I witnessed my nightly visitor approach me. She was crawling on all fours, somehow going across the ceiling and down the wall above my head. She contorted her head up towards the camera suddenly, her matted hair partly covering her piercing eyes. In an instant she darted across the wall and disappeared. A few seconds later her lifeless face appeared from the side of the camera, strands of hair flowing down her bloodied face. She whispered the hallowing words from her blue blistered lips: "Night, night." The feed stopped. I have now watched the video in pure horror 5 times already. I don't know what to do. How long has she been here? All I want to do is move. I will upload the video once it has downloaded. I can hear a constant shuffling sound around the house as I write. Michael gone. Night, night. It was a gorgeous late summer evening at Fish Cove. The sky was tinted with beautiful variations of coral pink, orange, red as the sun prepared to set. The large flat white rocks overhanging the quietly heaving ocean were bathed in a brilliant glow. Locals were dotted along the rocks and the boardwalk which led up to the ocean's edge. Some strolled along the trails and boardwalk, others sat on benches strategically placed along the coast, contemplating the glittering waves and brilliant sky. All the human faces looking very noble and godlike in the golden hour. There was very little chatter. The summer waves and cries of the seagulls drowned any other sounds. A cruise ship moved majestically in the distance, as smaller boats bobbed on the waves. Some folks were alone, others in little knots of 2s, all spaced well apart. A little family of 4 walked along the boardwalk which led up to a large flat boulder hanging 20 feet over the ocean. Dad was pushing a stroller, one of those modern ones which looked as though designed to run over into battle, while Mom held the hand of a toddler. They were a postcard-perfect family, looking as if they had just stepped out of a baby designer catalog. Mom's hair shone in the evening light, the same color as the toddler's adorable mop of curls, while Dad's bright baseball cap and fit figure revealed his physical vitality. The family reached the end of the boardwalk. Dad bent and unstrapped the baby from the stroller. Holding baby close to his chest, he climbed up onto the large rock, followed by Mom and toddler, Mom helping toddler up. The family proceeded to the rock's edge, and then stood there, solemnly looking out at the ocean and the burning sun. From Dad's arms, baby emitted a long, lonely cry, a piercing sound which carried over the waves. A couple making out on the bench closest to the rock paused and pulled apart, distracted by the cry. Their eyes flicked over reluctantly to the family, still standing quietly on the rock over the ocean. Dad was petting baby, and toddler was quite still, gripping Mom's hand. For a split second, it seemed as if everything became perfectly still, the waves, the seagulls, the boats. The couple stared at the family. In a smooth arc, Dad flung baby as far as he could over the waves, crying out, "Accept our sacrifice, Poseidon." The water seemed to open up, a burst of salty water captured baby and took it under. The couple watched Mom, Dad, and toddler turn back. Dad scooped up toddler and plunked him in the empty stroller, strapping him in safely. Mom raised her hand to her face, to dash away a tear or flick away her hair, now whipping around her head in the stiff breeze. They walked away. The couple started kissing again. Me and this girl have been dating for a while now, somewhere around 6 months I think. She has blue eyes, dirty blonde hair. She is around 5 feet 6 inches in height, and she has the most amazing smile I have ever seen. She is extraordinary. She is my girl. She was on a run one morning and I was on my way to my therapy appointment. I do not have a car, so I walk 3 blocks to get there. She bumped into me and the first thing she said was, "Sorry I didn't see you there." That didn't bother me though. No one ever noticed me. You could say I'm invisible. But what really made me take interest in her was the fact she smiled at me. Can you believe that? That was the first time a girl smiled at me since my mom died. That was a while ago though, so it doesn't bother me anymore. I pushed those feelings deep down a long time ago. Anyways, that's my girl. Perfect, isn't she? Well, she is almost perfect. Yes, we go on runs together and we go out to eat together, but she has been acting suspicious lately. There is this guy that always comes over and I had to put up hidden cameras to see what was going on between them, and one night I checked the cameras and found out they kissed. It angered me so much to the point where I wanted to go back to my past and just dash. But I can't because I need to change for this girl. Instead, I confronted her about it and she was questioning me about how I knew that, and she called me a creep and ran off like I'm somehow the bad guy. That night I decided to sleep over and make things right with her. I parked my car outside her house and sat until her bedroom lights went out. That's when I looked under her doormat for the spare key. It was laying there, so I grabbed it and slowly started to unlock the door. I twisted the doorknob and opened the door as quietly as possible, stepped in the house and closed the door behind me. As soon as I turned around, there she was. Covered in blood with a clear poncho on and a gun pointed straight at my head. The words, "Who are you and why are you spying on me?" left her mouth as she flicked the light switch on.